Hi everyone and welcome for this tutorial how to paint an horse. I'm going to use different pro color, so some white, some whiskey, sienna and black. Don't hesitate to ask if you have any question in comments, to like the channel, that will be very helpful, and to support me on Patreon. On the black coats, I'm starting by using some white with my airbrush, and I am going to push my highlight step by step on the surfaces who are going to take the more light. So I'm going to have a very white horse, and even if that's not necessarily visible on this video, I try to always let some parts who are more dark to create my shadow. For example, just under the different muscles. So that I start to make elements in whiskey from Pro Color. I dilute a lot and I'm going to make different elements. Don't hesitate to take a look to pictures internet of horse and using the different dress you want for your horse. I'm going to make a wash into the different hair to have some kind of same color on the different element of my horse. I come back to create more shadow, always down on the down of every special effect, and after I come back with some sienna again, but this time with airbrush to clean the different surfaces. You can make it with your brush, you just have to make a different very diluted layer to create your transition. For me, it's really more easy to use airbrush, but depending on your tools, you can make it with a brush. After that, I come back with a whiskey to create my highlight. And I continue with some white, just to push more and more highlights on the different parts. I'm going to focus on the different muscles of the horse and just some few points of color. As you can see, I'm not going, I just tap my color just to be sure this color will be very powerful. I continue with my white always, and I push some line on the hair to create more contrasts and very clean effect, just to be sure people who are going to see some hair on these different surfaces. So I continue just a little bit to create my shadow on the different elements. For that, I'm going to mix some sienna and black just to make my lining around all the different surfaces. And I'm going to use some whiskey color just to put some line into the different parts of the hair. Thanks again to support me. Don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. Don't hesitate to support me on Patreon and to follow me on Facebook and Instagram.